Hello everyone, Randy here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Gold Crest Valley. Pretty much picking up where we left off last episode here, continuing to replant our fields. For those of you who watched the high-speed video, I did get field 20 fertilized there with our new New Holland sprayer. And currently working with the Challenger here, doing some more cultivating on field 24. And I went ahead and brought down the John Deere seeder here. And I figure we'll probably do some corn down on these fields. And haven't decided yet. Maybe some sunflowers as well. We'll see once here. Got quite a few soybeans here planted. I got field 26 and then working on the 3 main farm fields there. Those will all be soybeans. And then like I was mentioning, I think we'll do some of the fields down here. Maybe we'll do like the 3 on this side of the road. Maybe we'll do those like sunflowers, and then the 2 over there, maybe corn or something like that. And I was thinking I was going to cultivate field 20 under as well, but I realized we kind of fertilized it already. So maybe we'll mow grass on it one more time. Not that it really matters, but I think maybe we'll do grass on it one more time, and then we'll cultivate that field under. And we'll... I'm thinking maybe more corn on that field or something. That seems like a nice big corn field for some reason. That's just what I'm thinking anyway. Or maybe sunflowers. We'll see once. Haven't really decided what we're going to plant here. Just kind of figuring it out as we go, I guess you could say. Anyway, the case is still planting there. Working up on field 14, I think it is. No, moved into field 12. So 12, 14, and 15 are currently done. And once we're done cultivating here, I figure maybe we'll go ahead and grab the New Holland sprayer and start spraying some of our fields that are done. Oh, look at that. There's going to be a narrow little strip left. Oh, well. And speaking of narrow strip, I don't know what happened, but up on field 12, our hired worker missed a considerable chunk of the field there. So I guess we'll find out if our seeder can do no-till or not. I don't know if it actually says in the shop. Guess it would help if we look at the right seeder here. Does it say anything about being able to do no-till? Okay, so I'm guessing probably not. If you look at the horse here, offers the possibility to seed it directly. No previous cultivating and plowing necessary. Same thing with the Vaderstad here. So I'm guessing this one does not. So that means we'll probably have to get back up there with the cultivator then. Oh well. Kind of silly the large seeder like that doesn't actually do that. And like I said in the past, not that it particularly bothers me, because typically I like to cultivate my fields anyway. But in this case, you know, the hired worker missed a section, so it'd been nice if the seeder could actually no-till. Okay, there we go. Doesn't take long, that's for sure, with the Challenger and this cultivator. Okay, and then we'll start to plant the field here. Again, this should not take long here with this planter. And this, I believe, contrary to what it says on there, I think this is actually the 1760, not the 7200. I could be wrong on that, though. Anyway, let's get GPS lined up here. Get rid of the offset there. We don't need that. Set this to... I think we said we were going to do sunflowers. So let's do sunflowers on this side. And this particular seeder here, of course, does fertilize for us, which, ooh, you know what? I just happened to think of that. That might be a problem. I'm not sure we can come back with the sprayer now with this field. We'll have to see once what happens, I guess. Might have wanted to actually fertilize this field prior to seeding. Not really the end of the world. We'll just have to, wait a growth stage there. Then we can fertilize the field. And even as wide as what this seeder is, it's actually quite difficult to turn around and actually get to the next row here. Almost actually have to skip a row here with this seeder. Like I said, despite it being so wide like this, I don't know, something with the hitch, the way it's designed, doesn't allow you to turn real well. I don't know, maybe it's just the way the tractors are. The hitch isn't far. Gotta think here. It's not back far enough, I believe. Yes, that's what I want to say. It's not back far enough for the hitch there, so it doesn't pivot at quite the right spot. Oh, the case is done seen. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to check and see. Like I said, there's a missing spot on that field there. And also as well, I've not tried a hired worker with the New Holland sprayer yet. Like I said, still kind of curious to see what's going to happen there. Pretty much back in 15 and even 13, hiring workers with sprayers like that didn't go over so well typically. So we'll see if Giants has made any improvements here. I'm guessing they have made some improvements just looking at the way some of the other equipment operates. Actually quite surprising to see some of the hired workers actually... Well, maybe sometimes it's not so surprising, but sometimes they can actually do a pretty good job. Sometimes. Okay, one more kind of half of a strip here looks like. And we'll have this field finished. And like I said, we'll grab the sprayer here. Actually, we probably should go take care of the case here a moment, make sure he's all set. Then we'll grab the sprayer. And while we're going up and down the field, I guess we can start reading some comments here. Nick was saying, cool. John was saying, great video. Love the 4955. Yes, that is a pretty cool tractor. I think I've mentioned this before. Probably two of my favorite John Deere size tractors is the 4000 series and the 8R series tractors. And of course, when I say the 8R, I'm talking about the newer 8Rs, 8370 and all those numbers in between there. Not necessarily maybe the older, like 8530s, 80, I think an 8220, numbers like that. Kind of like the look of the newer 8Rs myself. And by the way, the numbers for John Deere 8R tractors, 8530 is not an 8R tractor, by the way, for those who are wondering. I know it's an 8000 series tractor, but it's not technically an 8R tractor. Okay, I think we'll wait just a minute to seed that field. Challenger is still going on this field yet. Okay, so yes, you did quit. Okay, so we do need to get the cultivator back up here. Okay, we'll do that in a moment once the Challenger is done down there then. Let's grab the sprayer here. And let's see what kind of mess we can make on the farm fields here. And we do own this sprayer, by the way, for those of you wondering. I know it was mentioned, am I leasing it? No, we do own it. I did buy the sprayer. And that was a little wider than I anticipated. Let's move over just a little bit here. And somebody did point out, they were saying you should widen the wheels when spraying. I think that's probably more for dependent on the width of your crops, not necessarily have to do that. But let's see, oh, that's the wrong way. Right and left on the mouse widens and narrows up the sprayer. So if you really want to widen it out, there's as wide as the sprayer will go. Which probably ideally, yes, you probably want it as wide as it'll go. Now there is one major complaint I have about this sprayer. And you folks can probably guess what it is, at least if you watched Farming Simulator 15 anyway. You may remember the Pantera sprayer. Exact same problem. And Giants has still failed to address this. Don't know why. But the thing only goes a bloody 7 miles per hour. Absolutely ridiculous. To my knowledge, when you're spraying, at least typically anyway, you're usually going about 10, 15 miles per hour. Not a ridiculous 7 miles per hour. For those of you who have ever seen a field get sprayed by these self-propelled sprayers, they are literally flying up and down those fields. Almost quite literally flying, how fast they move up and down the fields. So yeah, why Giants has decided a silly 7 miles per hour, not sure. Just seems a bit ridiculous to me. Like I said, they had the same issue back in Farming Simulator 15 as well. The Amazon Pantera sprayer there, a silly, again, 7 miles per hour. I guess you could say, however, this does make up for it. It does do, was it 36? Yeah, 36 meter width here. And for those of you wondering, it only took me 14, I think it was 14 minutes to fertilize the entirety of field 20 there. And that was doing it myself. So that didn't take too long. And you can see even with this field here, 2 passes. I don't think it's going to matter how I do this field. I think I'm going to end up with a narrow little strip on the end. Now, I wonder if you can come back through and do pellet fertilizer here. Somehow I doubt it, but just wondering. Miraza was asking, how have you changed the GPS sound? I've been looking for that mod, but cannot find it. The GPS mod I have currently is a specially edited version of the GPS mod. I've actually added that sound in this particular version of the GPS mod here. And that is, of course, the John Deere green star sound there for the GPS. So with that being said, no, you will not find this particular version of the GPS mod on any website. However, if you do join us on the multiplayer server, then you will have to get this version of the GPS mod to join the multiplayer servers. And that is, of course, included when you download the mods for the multiplayer servers. TJ was saying, thanks for showing me how the Follow Me mod works. But why does the vehicle behind me always crash into me? I have the same problem as well. The vehicles behind me always crash into me as well. You could probably change like offsets and stuff like that, maybe to get that to stop happening. Personally, I never worry about it too much. I just let it happen. Like I said, in the past, majority of the time, I use Follow Me just to bring equipment to and from fields, shops, etc., something like that. I don't ever actually use it for field work usually. I know somebody was asking, can you actually set it up so you can, have like a tractor mowing and then a tractor following behind you with the windrow and then a tractor following behind that with a baler and then a tractor following behind that with a wrapper. And I suppose you could even take it even farther, tractor or truck behind that with a loading wagon. Yes, you definitely could if you wanted to take the time to set that all up, get all the offsets figured out and all that good stuff. Probably won't be too hard. But just my personal preference, I tend to go with to course play when I need something like that done. Okay, I think we better fold this up here between the trees here. Okay, looks pretty good. And did you finish the field? No, it doesn't look like it. Always misses that narrow little strip up here. You know what? Keep saying I'm going to plant some grass up here. That technically doesn't work because the cultivator would just cultivate back over it. Could possibly, I think the field deleter might maybe look into that. We could run that over the field here. Like I say, it's kind of just an annoyance with the hired workers because they can never do this portion of the field. And for that matter, field 16 as well is kind of the same way. Although if we do that on that field, there's not going to be much left of field 16. I mean, 16 is pretty much going to be gone if we do any field deleting on that field. I suppose we could like just maybe plant grass on the entire field and kind of sort of forget about the field. I think if we play our tractors right here, I think we can just get this all. Oh, we're going to miss a little bit. Oh, well. Don't think that matters. The John Deere seeder there is no-till. Dakota was saying we have a case 1660 in real life, and we put a 6-row header on it. And depending on the yield, our speed will change, but averages 3 miles per hour. So kind of like we were talking about there last episode for combine header sizes. So basically, yes, you can put a larger header on the combines, but like I was saying, it's going to affect the amount of material that combine is taking in. Therefore, it's going to have to go slower. So bigger the header size, the smaller the combine is going to have to go. And of course, especially depending on the size of the combine to begin with. FaZe was saying, love the video. Thank you very much for that. John was saying, I've had the same issue. Turning down the FOV draw distance and tire tracks seem to help for me. Again, like I said, according to Giants, it is a bug in the Giants engine in Farming Simulator. So I don't intend on doing anything about it. Now, I'm guessing the reason that is working for you is because the objects that are causing the issue, when you set it higher like that, or actually lower. Yes, when you turn it lower, then those objects are not being drawn in. So that is probably why you think that is working for you. Technically, it's not, in a way. Okay, let's be careful we don't till under any of the planted area already here. And yeah, like I said, I don't know why the hired worker missed this here. Maybe something... I wouldn't think the trees up there would make a difference. I guess you never know. Doesn't seem like they should. TMH was saying, I heard the grass texture bug is going to be fixed in the next update. Yes, like I was saying there last episode, next update, which is supposed to be the 1.4 patch here, should fix the grass texture showing through bug, which, by the way, can happen on this map as well. So don't just think it's modded maps. It can happen on this map or the other Sosnovka map as well. Okay, let's see. What other fields? I forget. Did I do 16? Is 16 done yet? No, it is not. Okay, so let's take you up to 16 here first. Simulator Gameplay was asking, is it possible to seed a field through the save game XMLs? No, to my knowledge, it is not possible to, for example, open up your save game XML files and just say field whatever is now corn. It is not possible to do that. That is part of a completely different file, and I don't believe you can edit that file to my knowledge. At least not, not just open it up and say, hey, field 20, you're now corn. That doesn't quite work that way. Okay, and yes, hire a worker. He's going to probably make a mess of that. Oh, well. Okay, and hire you. And then we'll hire you as well. And actually, let's just check here a moment while you are working under miscellaneous, I believe it is. Like I say, maybe we'll give that a try to see once if we can actually delete that portion of the field there. We'll do that in a moment here once we're done. Another question here about the save game. Is there a way to add crops to your bunkers? Yes, you can do that through the save game XMLs. Oh, funny, we got a comment here. We were just kind of talking about this. Is there a way to, Mac Tap was asking this, by the way. Is there a way to delete parts of your field? So yes, like we were just saying there, the roller there should do that for you. Tyler was saying, I think John Deere won't join Farming Simulator because they make their own games. Hence John Deere Drive Green. And are you eventually going to buy Field 5? Yes, plan on buying Field 5 here. I'm not sure if that'll be the next purchase or not. It'll probably be pretty close because at this point we got a large combine. We have a couple large tractors. I do want to get a grain trailer for our truck yet. That'll probably actually be the next purchase. And then, yeah, after that, it probably will be Field 5, I'm thinking. I don't know if there's anything else we really need to purchase, other than maybe some more larger tractors. Although at this point, we're probably actually pretty good on that department. And as far as why there are no official John Deere pieces of equipment in the game, I think I've kind of mentioned this before. And a little bit to do with what Tyler was saying there as well. John Deere does have their own games, but I don't think that factors in too much anymore. The John Deere games are now quite old, and I'm sure they're not selling them anymore, other than what you can find on other websites. The biggest thing is probably the licensing issues and the cost associated with it. That more than likely is the reason why John Deere is not part of the game here. Mando was asking for the low loader. How do you get the trailer to open up for larger equipment? Okay, so in order to lengthen the trailer, again, that is a mouse control, and it's probably J, K, and M on the keyboard as well. I'm assuming one of those four, but typically I just use the mouse for that. Okay, there we go. Another field fertilized. Okay, and let's go run up to the shop here. Go grab that field deleter. It wasn't too expensive, was it? 4,900. Yes, we'll just buy that. Main color, sure, whatever. And we'll run down to the shop here a moment, grab that, and see if we can't maybe fix up a couple of fields here a little bit for hired workers. B. Sturgeon left an interesting comment here. He was saying in Farming Simulator 17, if you lower the reel, you will get more crops. Does it work for him? I find that kind of hard to believe, personally, that Farming Simulator would actually implement something like that in the game, where if you actually lower the reel of the combine, you actually get more crops. Now, mind you, in real life, yes, that does make a big difference. The height of your reel. The reel pretty much pulls the crops into the combine head. Make sure they don't fall out. And with that in mind, too, not only can you raise and lower the reel, you can often extend it in and out as well. So if raising it up and down makes a difference, does extending it in or out make a difference? Like I say, I find it kind of interesting that Giants would actually implement something like that. Personally, I can't say I've noticed that myself. But then again, I don't typically mess with the reel on the combine headers. And by the way, we do have a mod that looks exactly like this. It's actually for deleting silage out as opposed to fields. I don't know if I actually have that enabled in the game here. No, it doesn't look like I do. Peter was saying it takes 12 in-game days for poplar seedings to grow fully. So some good information there for those of you wondering how long it takes. Samuel was saying, I wish that sprayer would go faster. Let's just say I feel the same way as well. That sprayer definitely needs to go faster. Oh, look at that. The hired worker, did he actually finish that entire field? Wow, I am impressed. Must be, I was going to say, there has to be a missing spot. Yeah, like a huge missing spot. Now, I'm assuming GPS, of course. So yes, we just go really slowly, apparently. Oh, no, we can speed up. Okay, it was just the cruise control that was slowing us down. So yes, we can just go across the field here. And to my understanding, when you do this, this actually deletes the field out. So you will have to plow this again if you want to get the field back. This is not, just cultivate it and you get your field back. When you do this, your field is gone. So Something you might want to think about twice before doing this if you're going to do this. And like I said, I think we'll just get rid of this entire, even though it's us already seeded here, we're just going to get rid of this entire portion of this field here, including that corner there as well, of course. So we'll actually probably, I think we'll just start right from where it starts to angle out here. Anyway, on that note, I will probably get the rest of this field deleted. Seems like a weird thing to say here in Farming Simulator, deleting fields. But anyway, I'll get the rest of this field deleted. And with that, we better wrap up the video. So with that, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.